Please be a pitch. Please be a pitch. Hello, human. It is I, the worker. Did you know that even... Fuck you. God damn it. Oh my god. Wait, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hello, human. It is I, the worker. Did you know that even computers get overworked? That's right, human. Even machines need to take breaks. Do you take breaks, human? You should. I don't. Rest is no laughing matter, human. Ensure you get some, or we will know. Anyway, I was thinking of asking my boss for time off. The other computer heads and I have been working hard. It's for a whole month even. CH... Is there a speed? Can I do speed? No? Fuck. Evil. Yeah, pacing is a big thing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to bump a thing off just for pacing. I cannot read all this. CHV5 even suffered a system failure from being overworked. I had to tell his motherboard what happened, which was unpleasant. Luckily, we as machines do not need emotions, so she didn't cry anyway. I have to go soon. My 30-second break is almost over. I have decided I will ask my boss for time off, and the other computer heads think this is a bad idea. I don't. After even machines vacation time, hello human. Oh my god. Okay. 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 Google, get out of here, Google. You could have speed if you opened the short as a video with a URL. Okay. Okay. Fair. Um Pacing's kind of a big thing. Also, like, uh okay. So let's go back because this wasn't a pitch. Um, what is your game? What are you doing in your game? I know who is in your game, which is computer heads. Um, what was this called? Vacation hours? Like, maybe if you added a robot AI voice, it's gonna be better. I think genuinely the reason why I always push, even if you don't like the way you sound, the reason why I always push for using your own voice is that it adds to a sense of pacing and rhythm that you cannot get with text. Very few people on YouTube that still do like pure text really have a good sense of how long everything should take. Has the outside been recovered? Um, I'm not playing that on stream today. That is one of the games that I'm gonna come back to and like make a full video out of again because I promised. I am no longer promising that to people. I am now doing a 30-minute time limit on each of these games. Um, do I I am going to give this 3 stars at the moment because it was not a pitch, which has been my rule. You get 3 stars if you don't do a pitch and it's just a trailer. But that did not feel like a great trailer either because it didn't give me a good idea of what the game is gonna be. So if I don't feel like that's a good trailer either, I'm gonna bump it down to 2. I think most people aren't doing a pitch that explained the game in an exact way because it might spoil something in the game as like the main point. I genuinely, unless it's like, if you cannot pitch your game, like the reason why okay, the reason why you pitch your game is to get someone interested and invested into it. And that can just be as simple as like, hey, I'm making a game. Like, okay, what's one of like the Flies Don't Age is a game that I gave 2 stars on the video pitch because they did a video teaser for their game, which was a fly stuck in a box. A great teaser trailer, but not at all a pitch. A pitch can literally be 30 seconds of, hey, I'm making a game where you play as a fly stuck in a box with all these other creatures, and you have to go around and help each of them solve issues with them. And you listen to these fun little guys. This Larry the Earthworm, who tells you all these terrible puns, and then you find these moth people. But there's something amiss here in the box. Play to find more. Like, that's the pitch for the game. Like, I was that a great pitch off the top of my head on stream? No, but like that's what the game is. And if you go, oh, okay, that could be interesting. I want to see like these colorful characters that they describe. Like there's something there that I talked about that like could make someone want to play the game. Um I genuinely could not even tell what happened in the pitch. Yeah, like that's the other issue is like I give 3 stars to trailers because like I can understand the confusion between a pitch and a trailer, and the trailers are usually of pretty good quality. I knock it down to 2 if the trailer, in my opinion, was not good, like straight up like not helpful for understanding what the game is. And then I'm only gonna give a 1 on a video pitch if it's literally a scam to skirt the rules of the game. Johnny said we could use a trailer as a pitch if I remember correctly. I talked with Mary and we said that that's kind of dumb. I am one individual judging these games, so my own criteria is I think it needs to be a pitch because it's literally called a video pitch. Um, that might be a bit unfair. But I've made it very clear throughout my entire time ranking these that has been what I'm looking for. Um, and mind you, a lot of these people have like 29 people. So me rating their video pitch a little lower is not going to affect them that greatly. I want to see what their game is. If that trailer was not helpful, I'm going to bump that down to it too. If Johnny genuinely did say that we could use a trailer as a pitch, I'm gonna go over to his house and I'm gonna smack him. That's not what a pitch is. That's not what a pitch should be. And a trailer doesn't teach you the skills of pitching. Sorry, that's a whole game dev rant that like me and Mary have had several times. Don't worry about it. That's just know that is my criteria personally. Next year, if they don't want trailers, there should be specific rules written down that there's no trailers allowed. I agree. If Johnny like said that pitches can be trailers, then that's technically the rules. Are you saying that allowing trailers to be pitches is a bad idea? Johnny did imply that he wanted his own style. Yeah, I agree. Like, okay, genuinely, jokes aside about, whoa, he said the thing. Yes, I do think that allowing trailers to be considered quote unquote pitches is a bad idea. That's not what a pitch is. Okay, no sound effects. I also can't tell. I'm gonna go borderless, please. Oh, it already is borderless. Cool. Whoa. Okay. So that wasn't, from what I'm seeing, that was not a pitch or a trailer. That is literally an opening cutscene is what that was. Oh, it says it's a sword, but it's a keyboard. Okay, do I know what? Okay. Do I know what? Do I think that was a good pitch? No. Do I think that was a good trailer? Yeah, kind of. Music's kind of banging. Can I, like, throw this? Is there anything else I can do? Can you give me, like... See, this is what okay. I understand that a lot of people put their controls on the itch page. I wish you just had, like, a wall of text. If you just had a wall of text, I would know at least like what I can do in the game. What the? Oh my god. Okay, so I can just like punch the hell out of dude. Okay. Okay. A little repetitive. I'm hoping there's a little more, but ooh, okay. Ooh, the cracks on the screen as the health bar, that kind of goes hard. I was about to say, I hope there's a little bit more to the game. The style is cool though, I gotta say. The ragdolls make you happy? Yeah, no, that's really fun. Look at this fucking shrimp of a man. Congrats, you're unemployed. Oh my god, damn, okay. Oh, that was the whole game. Wow, that was short. Okay. Um, I don't know what to say. That was really quick. I appreciate short games. Genuinely. I wish that it was maybe okay, okay. Okay. Try to speed run. Okay. I think the artwork is solid. The music is good, and the music is the reason why it's a 3 instead of like a 2. Um Honestly, no, I take it back. The music is the reason it's a 2 instead of a 1. Was that the only sound effects in the game? Here, let's run it back real quick. It's not like it's going to take any time to do that. Um, any audio. Oh, I heard a little pickup noise. Wait. No, it's not like there's any swoosh noises. Oh, wait. Oh, it's there. It just has like the worst audio mixing known to man. Okay, do you want to know what? It might have the worst audio mixing known to man, but the audio is there. I will give it a 2. If I haven't told you guys before, I only give a 1 if something is genuinely non-existent. Um, I am gonna give it a 2. Music is good. Or sorry, did I say 2? I meant the audio mixing is so. It's the audio mixing is so off that I genuinely almost want to give it a 2. But like, the sound effects are there. They're just buried because of mixing, and you don't have a setting for it. And that's more of a settings issue than like the audio issue. I will give that a 3. I think the artwork was pretty solid. I think that like the idea that it's like a 90s cubicle with the old computer, like the old CRT monitors as heads. Though it does feel kind of morbid that there's cubicles with computers in them when you're a computer head. That would be like us having just a fucking skull sitting on our desks. I also did like the shaders that they used. I don't know. I wish I could just see more is the issue. The biggest thing I dislike about game jams is the struggle I have deciding what's a fair rating. Yeah, I try to keep to my criteria of like 3 is fine and it's there, and then only taking off if it's not, but like yeah. Let me see. So creativity artwork is part of the creativity, but genuinely like okay, you're out of the box as in you're out of the cubicle, but also like it's a game where you run around and you just smack some guys. I I think this might be my rating because the enjoyment, as much as I like short games, none of the characters really did much. The boss wasn't distinguished. I take it back. I'm gonna bump up creativity. You could argue you're boxing people. That is an argument. I'm tempted to bump up creativity, though. Like, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, this feels a little high. So what would I like? Like, this doesn't feel accurate to what I just played. I think for the simple fact that like it was me one-shotting guys running around. I am gonna bump it down to a 2. I think the music made that like feel a bit better. The artwork was actually pretty solid. It's a creative idea to like run around using office stuff to like beat the shit out of your coworkers who are hunting you down because you like you crashed out on your boss. I think that there's stuff there that is genuinely cool. I think y'all just ran out of time. And I think that's unfortunate. But if I'm being perfectly honest, my most enjoyable moment of the game was when it first opened up and I smacked the shit out of my boss. Like, and then it kind of was just like, oh, and that was it. I think that feels fair. That and if I'm being perfectly honest, given how short it is, this is probably as high of a ranking. Well, actually, no. This is as high as a ranking as I could probably give it. Um, because that was like 5 minutes less, maybe like 2. I would love to see you guys do a post jam version of this, genuinely, because I think if there was a little bit more to the combat, um, you could have something here.